Have you ever thought, why does my ranking just keep disappearing? And why can't I even find my own business on Google Maps? And I've got hundreds of 5-star reviews and Google just doesn't show my business. Does that sound familiar? Well, you're not alone. I hear this all the time on my community, where business owners just feel like they're stuck. It's almost like their business has become invisible on Google Maps. But here's the thing. Google isn't ignoring your business. It's not picking on you. It doesn't have its favorites and just decides to not include you when it ranks you. And it's just following a set of basically rules, and you might just be breaking some of them without even knowing that. So in this video, I'm going to reveal the 3 biggest mistakes that business owners are making, and that could kill your rankings alone. Plus, I've also got a free guide I've put together to just finally help you to know what to do to climb up the rankings in Google. So you can download that. I'll put a link to it down below after this video. So now imagine this, you're the go-to business. When it comes to your type of business, everyone in your town or your city knows about your business. You've got loads of great rankings, brilliant comments, and business is flourishing. But then someone just walks into your shop and says, hey, I was looking for your business on Google Maps and it didn't show it. And you go, wait, what? And even worse, while you're struggling then to find out why you're not showing on Google Maps, you notice above you, number 1, is this small new business that's just come along, and it's got a couple of weak little reviews. They sound a bit dodgy. It sounds like they've been written by their own people. And you think, how is this ever possible? How's this fair? And that's the truth, really, is that Google's playing by rules, and it may just be that some of the rules you're playing by are not actually being helped at all in your rankings. And that's why then this other business is showing ahead of you. So what is it then? What are these mistakes and these rules we need to know about? Well, we're going to break it down in this video, the biggest ranking killers there are and the mistakes that are made. So mistake number 1, and this could just be down to the fact you think your business has vanished, but it hasn't actually vanished at all. It's just you're not seeing the best results. And that's down to 4 things in particular you may be doing that is causing this mistake. So the first thing you might be doing is you might just be typing in your business name wrong. So just check your spelling, make sure it accurately portrays exactly your business name that's been registered with Google. The second thing it could be is you just need to make sure you're in incognito mode. And the reason is that your browser and your computer or your mobile, whatever it is you're using to find your business on, it already knows about the business and it already has probably things cached about it. And also Google knows about your browsing habits even through your account. So you're not going to get accurate results anyway unless you do it through incognito mode. The third area is you might just be relying on search. Well, of course, there's search on Google, there's search on Google Maps, there's search on Google itself to get search results. But search may not always give you the results you're looking for. It might give organic results, or it might just give results based on where you're sat, where your business, where your office is. Those things can make a difference too. So what you ideally want is you want customers to search. So you want to know what it's like from a customer's perspective. Now, you can't ask customers to search on your behalf, but you could ask relatives that are nearby to do so and see what results they get. And that's really in line with the 4th one, which is just to not have actually looked outside of where your office is based. So if your business has an office, or if you're looking for your business and you're in the location itself, then the results you get are going to be very different to if you're, say, 3 or 4 miles away. So again, your location, your IP address, and your listing profile, all those things are used, and it's all about being close by, being nearby as well. Google uses nearby businesses. So there's your first mistake, is really searching in the wrong way. You need to make sure you're searching in a neutral way. Now, before I come on to mistake number 2, that guide that I mentioned is down below, so you can actually click on it in the comments and in the description. And that's going to help you get more customers to visit your business based on the things you can do there. So some actionable tips you don't want to miss out on. Now, let's go on to number 2. And this is related to fully understanding how reviews work for your business. And a lot of business owners get this wrong. So here's the truth. Having hundreds of 5-star reviews is not going to be enough to get you ranking. I mean, Google's getting smarter every day, and it knows that getting 5-star reviews is one of the things that most business owners are aiming for. So Google is always going to pick apart any review you get. So some reviews don't show and people wonder why. We've seen recently Google's got all the reviews messed up number-wise, but that's now been fixed. But Google's asking questions like your customers are. When it reads a review or looks at a review, are these reviews legitimate? Are they real reviews, real people? Do they include comments that sound sensible to the area that you live? Or do they have photos or videos? That can be really a great way to get it authenticated in Google. Because if they're too vague, these reviews, then it just screams out to customers and to Google that they're probably fake. Another thing Google looks for is how does the business respond to reviews when they're given? And again, the way you respond and the regularity of responding gives back great signals to Google. And another thing Google does is just looks at your reviews and just goes, is this too good to be true? All these trickling in a big chunk, does that look too good to be true? If the numbers become overwhelming overnight, it's often very suspicious to Google and to your customers. So the takeaway here is, although reviews are really important and it's great to get reviews coming in, other things like engagement, authenticity, regularity, and age of reviews will all also have an impact on your ranking. So in effect, mistake number 2 is relying too much on your reviews and not enough on authenticity and trust. Now for mistake number 3 is about understanding how your business needs to be aligned with customers' expectation, their intent when they're searching, and just understanding what customers are actually looking for. And there are some things you need to be more careful about than others. So you can make little changes here and there on your profile. But did you know that if you change your address too often, if you change your business name too often, or your phone number, some of those bigger factors that don't change very often in a business, as soon as you make those changes, you need to make sure that Google's got time to catch up with them. If you make too many of those changes too quickly, what will happen? You'll get suspended. And that's often why businesses disappear. They suddenly look at their profile, they think, I'm going to make all these changes. They make several big changes and suddenly then overnight they can't be found. Now, it's not to say you can't make those changes, but how often does a business move, change its telephone number and its business name all at the same time? It's unusual, isn't it? Yeah, of course, those are very much the tactics that black hat SEO, bad businesses will use if they're not wanting to do things the right way. So what can you do? Well, you need to give good positive signals back to Google. So what you can do is you can upload posts, upload images, photos, get customers to upload photos too, and that will make a difference. One of the things Google really likes rewarding is just seeing your business hours are accurate, that they're portrayed the same way on other indexes and citations and other ways in which it's referenced. But they also want to make sure that it's just believable, that customers are getting FAQs answered, that when they give a review, a customer gives a review, that you do respond to it. But here's something that you might not have realized, that Google also allows other people to edit your profile. It could be your map pin gets moved, it could be you've got different services added, it could be Google makes some changes. Now, if you're not on top of these things, if you're not regularly checking your business profile, those things can be changed without you knowing, and that could impact your ranking. That's one of the reasons you could totally disappear on Google Maps, because suddenly you plummet to 40th or 50th in the results. No one's going to find you then, maybe just because someone made some changes. So that's mistake number 3, is ignoring checking to see what changes have taken place and not understanding that positive signals can come from making some good changes too. So it's really worth bearing in mind that visibility on Google Maps isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline to your business. So you don't want to just leave it to chance. But the problem is the things we've mentioned, the mistakes, they don't make a positive impact on your ranking. What they do is they just stop it dropping down. How do you actually make the positive impact on ranking? Well, that download that I've put down in the description is one way in which it's going to give you 5 actionable tips that you can do today. But also on top of that, I've got 25 more tips for you that are working, the experts are using that are working at this time on Google business profiles. So I've put them together in this video so you can follow each of those tips and really impact your business, so that rather than it just occurring and appearing on Google Maps, it's actually at the top of Google Maps. I'll see you on that video.